Hello everyone, this is Diro here again. Welcome to my channel. So in this video I will speak about the Mars transit, because planet Mars will enter the sign of Taurus on 22nd of February, and it will stay there till 13th of April. But you must remember that I am speaking about the Vedic sidereal zodiac system, so astrological system, and this is a Vedic chart, not a Western tropical chart. So in that system Mars will enter the sign of Taurus. In the tropical Western system the date will be different. And to Gemini Ascendant. Ascendant is the first house in an astrological chart, and in Vedic astrology the planetary transits are checked in reference with the ascendant or the moon sign. So that's the point, that's the center of the transit analysis, the ascendant or the moon sign, not the sun sign. You can use your sun sign anyway too, but in Vedic astrology moon sign and the ascendant is much more important. And on 22nd of February the planetary positions will be like this with Gemini Ascendant. So planet Mars will enter in the 12th house to Gemini Ascendant, and 12th house is about subconscious codes and patterns in your life. Quite often they are negative codes, so self-sabotaging codes. This house can also mean faraway places and seclusion when you are isolated. This house can also mean hospital anyway, and hidden enemies, they're also connected to this house. And you can see that Rahu is also, this is the North node, it is called Rahu in Vedic astrology. It is also in Taurus, and around 23 degrees they will meet, so Mars will meet Rahu, and actually it can be anyway this house is also connected to bad pleasure, so sexuality, intimacy. So when these two planets meet, the Rahu can boost the energy, the quality and the power of Mars. And because this house is basically a negative house, that's why to Gemini Ascendant it is really important to channelize your Marsic energies in a positive way. Because if you don't do that, this energy can turn into something negative. And because this house is about, anyway this house is also about loss, financial losses. So if you cannot channel your energies in a positive way, it can turn into a negative way. And these self-sabotaging and self-destructive patterns can come out, and when they come out with Rahu and Mars, they can be quite dangerous. So I would suggest to every Gemini Ascendant natives, so persons, that try to be active in a positive way. So if you can travel. If you can, if you like sports, then exercise. So be active, because being active is a really good way of channeling the Marsic energy. But use this raw energy of Mars in a positive way, because it can be quite dangerous. And to Gemini Ascendant it is also important because this constellation, Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter and also Mercury is here, is in your 6th house, And 6th house is also, oh, sorry, it is the 8th house, and 8th house in Capricorn, and 8th house is also a negative house. It can mean positive things too. For example, joint assets with the partner, and it is also connected to sexuality and intimacy and financial matters. But basically, it is the house of transformation and death too, anyway. So to Gemini Ascendant, I would suggest that try to channel this energy in a quite positive and active way. And let's see quite briefly, that's all about the planetary transits to Gemini Ascendant. And let's see the Cancer Ascendant. The Cancer Ascendant, all these planets will move into the next house. Just a moment. I'm changing positions of these planets. Yeah, so to Cancer Ascendant, the planetary positions on 22nd of February is like that, like this. So Mars will enter the Cancer Ascendant, their 11th house, and 11th house is about connections and income too. Your friends, your advisors, and your long-term dreams. So it can mean that you can have a greater income. It can also mean if you face the negative effects of this transit, that you sorry, just a moment, that you have some sort of conflicts with people around you, with one of your friends, or this house can also mean elder brothers anyway. If you have an elder brother, you can have a conflict with your elder brother. And you know, Mars rules your 10th house, so it can be connected to your workplace. If you channel this energy, Marsic energy, in a positive way, it can mean that you will be quite active during this period of time. So the transit will be in Taurus till 13th of April. But if you face the negative effect of this transit, you can have quite intense conflicts with other people, or it can mean financial issues too. So it depends on how you handle the situation anyway, and of course these videos contains only general readings. So it is just a general reading because every transit has an interaction with your native chart and native planets. Your birth chart and the planets in your birth chart, and of course I cannot say your birth chart, so if you want to get quite accurate results, then in this case you must use your native chart, your birth chart. So that's all about, quite briefly, about the Mars transit to Gemini and Cancer Ascendant, and let's see the cards. I will start with the Gemini Ascendant. The Moon, the Lily from Lenormand deck, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups from Steampunk Tarot, and Eight of Pentacles, and King of Swords from Witchester. I pull some more cards. Queen of Wands. Okay, let's see. So I would say that your emotions and desires will get into the spotlight during these months, and anyway Mars is connected to that. Yeah, I would say emotions and desire. You must face these two aspects of your personality, emotions and desire. And probably there will be a lot of change in yourself or in your connections. Anyway, this can also mean traveling, and as I mentioned to Gemini Ascendant, Mars will arrive in their 12th house, and it is about favorable places. So if you have enough money and possibility, probably you will travel. Emotionally, this months will be quite blocked, I would say, because this card is about when you are emotional. If you are a woman, anyway, you are emotional and you would like to express your emotions and desire, but at the same time you have no options to express it. It can also mean that it is about a relationship, and if you are a woman, you are ready to express your emotion, but the man is not ready to accept them. Can you see? Just the same. The King of Swords, the man here, is quite reserved, and you know, the King of Swords doesn't really live in his heart, but in his intellectual side, in his brain, and he's quite reserved. But the Queen of Wands is about passion and being active. So it can mean that it can also mean that you have some sort of relationship in which you would like to express emotions and be active and desire, but the man is totally not open to accept that. Yeah, the Emperor next to it. So this man is quite rude. He's quite strict. He's quite disciplined emotionally, and he can be quite materialistic in a way, because this man is about having a safe life, and he's not open to emotions totally, as I see during this period of time. So if it is about a relationship, in this case, that's the problem. If you are a woman, you are quite open emotionally and sexually, and you would like to express your emotions and desires, but this man is totally not open to you. He's quite strategic, I would say, and closed emotionally. It can also mean that it is not just about that, it is also about moving to somewhere or traveling to somewhere for a short time, or these two stories can also be connected. It depends on your situation. Yeah, I think I will not pull more cards. Okay, maybe yes on this. It can mean that also about cups, can you see? So you would like to you would like him to return your emotions, and it can happen quite easily that in the past he was much more open emotionally, but during this period of time he will not be. Okay, I think that's all to Gemini Ascendant, and let's check the Cancer Ascendant. So Cancer Ascendant or Moon sign, the Child, the Birds from Lenormand, King of Cups, and King of Wands from Steampunk, the Chariot, and Five of Cups from the Witch's Tarot. Okay, pull some more cards. And just the same card, because in this expanded edition of Lenormand deck there are 12 cards. Okay, let's see. So basically these two cards, they are the same, they mean the same, and it means that you think about something all the time, or you have some sort of plans too. It can also mean that. And what will you think about so often? Can you see there are two men? So if you are a woman, it can mean two different men. And because this card can also mean admirer, and this can mean some kind of love confession. So probably during this month you must face that you have two, probably they are two different persons. You have two admirers, at least. One of them is quite an emotional person, and you are quite cheerful next to him. but at the same time you are not committed emotionally to that person, because this card can also mean that you are happy, you are quite cheerful with that man, but at the same time you enjoy, this card can also mean that you enjoy being single, so it doesn't mean that you are in love with that man. It can also mean that this man is just a good friend to you, a good company. But this man is a quite passionate man, and he would like to approach you sexually. But at the same time, I would say that you are not really interested in giving any sort of reaction to this, because you are much more interested in your financial stability or status, or you are much more interested in connections that brings you money or stability in your life. And emotionally you are quite closed. You are quite closed. This card can mean that you are quite disappointed in a way, and this card can also mean some sort of when something is slow, something slows down, somebody slows down and he or she doesn't really want to do anything for a while, just be alone and have some rest. So emotionally you will be on a sort of break. You don't want to express any sort of strong emotions, and you don't want to get into any sort of commitment during this period of time. So I would say that to you this transit wouldn't bring any sort of negative. I would say that it is a sort of positive transit, because Mars is about, it is quite interesting, Mars is about male sexuality too. In a male chart, Mars shows how they try to approach a woman sexually and how they would like to impress a woman. And probably during this transit, if you are a female, you will face it, that you will have some, at least two guys in your life who would like to pick you up. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that you will be so interested in during this period to get into a relationship with any of them, because you will be quite bogged down emotionally, closed down emotionally. So nothing really negative, I would say. It will be probably a quite funny and flirty month to you. Okay, I think that's all. I will not pull more cards. That's all to Cancer Ascendant or Moon sign. And soon I will come the following zodiac signs. So thank you for your attention and for visiting my channel. If you like my videos, please come again, give a thumb and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, bye bye.